once again, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, it's Talking Pirates. Double! I'm reviving like Nika, my Lord and Savior did after Kaido killed him. Yes! That's what's happening. Oh, God, yes. It feels so good. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I hope you're all well. On this, the most glorious Nikamas, Eve. Hello. How are you? I know. I'm almost as cool as your hero, Nika. Wait a minute. This isn't Nika. This is... Oh, wait, there he is. It's Merry Nikamas, everyone. And hang on. We've got some very important news for you. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Yes, do you hear that? It's happening. The spirit. Do you feel the spirit of Nikamas coming to you? It's happening, yes. We've got a very special entry for today on this most blessed of Nikamas. Okay, we're going to have a reading of an epic poem submitted by someone, okay? Here we go. Let's read this epic poem thing. A special guest from Santa himself. Okay, here we go. Wait, where is it? Hang on, let me just turn this down a little bit more. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, here we go. Here's your blessed AI poem from AI Santa himself. Okay, you ready for this? Here we go. Okay, and it begins. It was the night of Nika's Eve, and all the little chuddies of the Talking Pirates Discord server were fast asleep. Their hearts warm with the love of Oda and his son Nika. 'Twas not a sound, not a pound, not a peep. Good. All of the chuds in TDP loved Nika a lot, except he who will wither and rot. Up in the mountains of Trash Heap, Ohio, lived a bitter old man whose stasis seemed cryo. He wakes from his slumber, lights up lumber, and sits on his chair. He picks up a book, and boy does he look, a scowl so tight it would give him a scare. The Book of Oda is what he was reading, a work he held tender. But not anymore. What he held now was just a shallow pretender. Oh, how he coped and he seethed. Just what did he read? That was not what he needed. He finished the deed he suffered and sneeded. Yes, good. His anger was peaked, testosterone rising, covered in chakra or chakra. He yelled to the sky where Oda could hear. He made up his mind. The verdict is clear. This chapter was hacked up. Yes. Merry Nikamas, everyone. Merry Nikamas to one and all. Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. Thank you, Edel Kid, or Edel whatever. I always fuck up this name. Edley Kid, whatever. Fuck you. Thanks for the shitty ass AI poem that sucked and was cringe. No, it was pretty cool actually. All right. So let's move along to the chapter, shall we? Okay, off we go. Woo! We're talking to the chapter. We're talking about the chapter. We're talking about the pirates, about the chapter. May Nika bless us, everyone. Okay, let's get into chapter 1102. The most blessed of Nikamas, whatever. Oh my God! I almost forgot. Since we last spoke, it's been 2 weeks, right? There was all this stuff about the One Piece remake. I totally forgot about that. Okay, no, I did save like a thing or two to bring up about that. Let me see if I have them. We can just quickly discuss what that is. Is this it? Is this it? Wait, no. Pay no attention to that. That's not it. That's not it at all. Don't look at that. Was it this? No, wait. Don't pay attention to this. No, we hate Nika. We hate Nika. Stop. That wasn't it. Okay, what else we got? It's here somewhere. I put it in like a folder here. Okay, I've got memes to reference later. That's not the one. Is this it? New anime series, East Blue. Okay, I guess this is it. Oh god, I forgot to read this through all the one. Read this through all the way. There was something about cutting edge visual technology. I mean, I don't fucking know, man. Blah blah blah. Did anyone read this? Was there anything important? All we know. Okay, so they announced a new anime remake is happening by Wit Studio, the guys that do like Spy Family now, Attack on Titan they used to do, and a bunch of shit. I know there's a lot of AI speculation about this, and there was like the AI song. Okay, we shouldn't read too much into the AI song. At no point did I see that like the song was connected to the anime. It felt like it was just like a separate thing. So like I get it. This like this cutting edge technology meme is like weird and kind of concerning, but let's just ignore that. There's no reason to like assume the anime is going to be made with AI. Maybe it'll be the true. You want my series? You can have it. I left it all at Wit Studio. Now you just have to animate it. And thus began the era of One Piece Kai! Based. The AI song. There was some AI song post. If someone wants to link it, we can play it. Probably get fucking copyright struck, but who cares? It's AI anyway, so it's not like anybody owns that shit. Nate, how hacked is it that KUMA, the character who was introduced holding a Bible, turns out to be a faith chud who believes in the reincarnation of Nika Christ? Well, how hacked is that? I would say that's little to no hacked with that thing you've described. Now, Nika is involved, so it's massive hacked. That is true, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Have I seen The Great Pretender? No, I haven't. No, what was I saying? Whatever. We don't really know much about this. It's a new animation thing. Like, Wit Studio is a good studio that makes good anime typically. I mean, Netflix is involved, so huge red flag right there. I don't know, man. I just don't know. It might be, like, totally shit and the worst thing ever, or it might be, like, One Piece Brotherhood, or Dragon Ball Kai or whatever, that's just here to, like, clean up the pacing. And, like, you know, say what you will about, like, the anime was how I got into One Piece in the first place, and, like, it's pretty good. It's just, The Great Pretender is a Netflix Wit anime. It's very good. Okay, well, that's something good to keep in mind, as, like, a reference for, like, how good this will turn out to be. Netflix did Cyberpunk, so who knows? Sure. Yeah, we don't really know enough details about what this means. Like, people are talking about the live action, which I obviously hate. And so I will just give you, I don't love this idea, because it does kind of confuse the narrative. There's guys out there that are, like, really married to, or whatever, I don't blame them. But I saw some people that are like, no, the original anime is great, and it should be like, this is muddying the waters. And I'm not super on board with, like, that angle, because I don't really care about the original anime that much, even though it did have a lot of great things that I really love. It's not, like, the best animated thing of all time, and the pacing is quite bad at a lot of times, especially, like, as the series goes on. Frankly, after I stopped watching, so I've only heard about that shit secondhand. But everybody says so I just assume that that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really care that much about this, because all I care about is the manga at the end of the day. And, like, the anime Jannies, like, Oda does sort of write for the anime. So, yeah, like, the Jannies come and they clean it up when Oda, you know, slops out the what is the word? The thing that an artist draws that an anime can make into the real version of the thing. The prototype, you know what I'm talking about. Whatever the meme thing is that we've been saying about One Piece. Yeah. I storyboard, yeah. Thank you, Base. Thank you. I don't know. Does anyone... I struggle to really care one way or another, because, I mean, you guys know me. I don't give a fuck about any of these, like, side things. I only care about the anime. Sorry, I only care about the manga. And manga is a distinct art form that a lot of times has strengths that make it better than anime a lot of the time, because you're not drawing, like, 1,000 frames for one motion. You're drawing literally one picture, and it can look really, really good a lot of the time. We've been taking some L's lately, boys, with Scuffed Piece. We all know that to be true. But we endure, we cope, and we sneed, and we continue on. All right? Like my man Nika, he never lets anything get him down. Apparently, the anime ending of Wano actually gave characters proper send-offs and moments before Luffy left, instead of rushing. I heard that as well, and I saw like a couple of clips of that, and it seemed true. Oh, Faramir, yes, thank you. I forgot to read the subs, but I'll get to them after I get to you. And yours says, Oda, I'm scared there is not more chapters this year, and Frankie has done nothing yet. Oda, please answer my calls. I'm really scared.
Thank you, Baxter.
So true. That's 10 months, by the way, for Faramir. Guys, I was told this was the year of Frankie. There's not much time left. When's Frankie gonna be relevant, guys? Okay, we'll just obviously have to parlay this into the decade of Frankie, the bi-year, the duo year, you know? The year of Frankie never dies, okay? It will continue. Okay, let me read this shit. Nate, next week, Frankie kills Saturn. Okay, well, that's good. The decade of Frankie is going to be great. And let me just catch up with the other subs that I missed before. They are here. Okay, it was Rocket Kissu 6 months.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. And Tesla Novus 4 months.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. Arigato gozaimasu. I should just at this point make it be an automatic sound that plays when people sub. It should just play the thank you, Baxter. I should do that. I'm so lazy with this fucking stream. I mean, who gives a shit? Am I right, brothers in Christ? Sorry, brothers in Nika. Excuse me. Frankie blocked Gorosei without hockey. True. Frankie top 1, honestly. I think it's true. I know, Nate would never be lazy. Right. Okay, so we're all caught up with that. Do I have anything else to say about this? I don't know. I could read the thing. There was a snippet. Let me just read this snippet here. Blah, blah, blah. Groundbreaking project, which will be distinct from the anime TV series. Oh, right. It might be like a reinterpretation kind of meme, like the movies that were like condensed versions of arcs, you know? Maybe they're going to do that. And the emphasis on cutting-edge visual technology to reimagine Luffy's adventures. I mean, talk about unbelievable cope. I mean, yeah, as we all know, guys, the better the technology, the better the art. The more time has passed, the later in the years that have passed, the better the art comes out, right? Am I right, brothers in Christ? Is that not so true? Oh my God, yes, so true. This looks so much better than this. Oh, yes, the artistry. I love the artistry. It's getting so much better. Yay! Okay, this looks like shit, and this looks Kino. Okay, it's as simple as that. It's just an art style choice. Also, why does Zoro have Robin's nose? Care to comment? I didn't think so. Do I have anything? No, I have nothing else to say about this. I don't know. Maybe it'll be totally shit. Maybe it won't. I don't care. Oh yeah, they're doing Monsters, which I probably won't watch, but I'm mildly curious about how Ryuma's looks. I don't know. And again, you know, with all these, this is just one of the reasons I don't like these like remakes and stuff. Every time they do one of these, live action, fucking whatever, there's always gonna be the temptation to be like, look, as we now know, Oda kind of wanted this whole Nika thing to be there from the start, so why don't we just kind of casually slide some of that stuff into Chapter 1? I mean, why not? We know that it was there and planned. It's a way they can kind of soft smuggle in things where they do not belong. And see, one of the things that it's not that I like about One Piece or like any series that like has retcons, but when you don't literally go back and rewrite your old work, which is kind of what they're doing with these newer versions, like, you can't hide that, and I think that's good, that you can't hide it. Because, first of all, Nika is cancer, and the worst thing that ever happened to anyone on the planet, specifically me. It just, you have to be honest about that, you know? And it shows the creative process and the many flaws that people have with it, you know? So, I don't know. I don't really care for any of these kind of projects. Am I shocked that there's a Dragon Ball Kai sort of thing starting for One Piece? No. And, you know, some people thought it was weird that like One Piece is still running and they're making a remake. I mean, the anime is like thousands of episodes long. They could probably cut out a couple hundred, I guess, maybe even cut it in half. But that'll take them many years to finish. And yeah, so like there's no problem with time. They have plenty of time to like fucking they won't catch up before One Piece ends, because One Piece is this does kind of put a pin. Like, One Piece is definitely going to end sometime before too much longer, probably. OMG One Piece 2 says PH balls.
Thank you, Baxter.
So true. So true. And that, oh, that was 17 months. Nicely done. I appreciate that. Okay, we're done. We're done. That's going to be it. I'm waiting for Soul Eater Brotherhood. Isn't the problem with Soul Eater Brotherhood that Soul Eater got canceled unceremoniously and has, like, a terrible ending? Or no ending at all? I don't know. I'm so glad the new anime remakes the story. Luffy flashback has Sabo and Uta. Zoro is replaced by Law, and Shanks uses Hockey Blast since Chapter 1. Hockey Blast, Atheism Slash. Excellent. Oh, the manga ending was good? Sounds good, man. Sounds good. All right. Now, let's move on. Sorry, give me one sec. Okay, here we go. Let's begin discussing the chapter known as Hack Piece. Wait, didn't you take a 1,000 bet that there was no 2-piece? But they just announced a second 1-piece, so you need to pay what you owe. So true. To all of you, this was truly... Forgive me. I was wrong, and I will kneel and squeal. Forgive me, everyone. Okay. Was there something else? Oh, the voting, of course. The voting is what we need to do. Yeah, right. Speaking of betting, that is the time that it is right now. Let me... Oh, my God. This piece of shit-ass fucking Twitch page. It doesn't scroll down properly. It's such a fucking piece of shit. All right, here we go. Here's the vote, lads. Last week, it was Hackta by a nose. 57% went Hackta. And yes, it did tip that direction. Impressive work, lads. And Goda is 43%. Okay, cringe. Seb lost 25,000. Very embarrassing. And 20K was won by Chernobite. Congratulations, Hackta voters. You were truly prophetic. Okay, so start prediction. Let's begin with this week. Is it Goda or is it Hackta? That's all there is to say. Nate has gone soft for Bonnie Kuma stuff. Easy Goda week. Oh, yeah? I don't know. I heard there was a Nika mentioned this chapter. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, we'll find out, people. Goda or Hackta. Begin the prediction immediately. All right, get the shit out of here. And let's begin Le Chapter Rooney. Chapter 1102. Oh, and we got a fun snowy cover. Yes. Oh, how fun. Atsumare Jampu. I don't know. Some snow, right? Snow together fight, snowball fight, something like that. Very nice. Look at all our friends in Shonen Jump. Nicely done, everyone. Okay, cool. And Dr. Stone's thing is continuing. I should do more of that. All right, TCB, thanks for your hack job as always. Cringe. I'm cringing at TCB's hack work. And Oda says to himself, I attended one of Yuming's live shows. Her music will whisk you away to another world. I was so moved. Kando shimashita. Okay, well, nicely done, Oda. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hopefully you weren't a hack this week. Let's find out. Okay, chapter 1102, The Life of Kuma. Here we go. We've got Bonnie not waiting to stuff her face at a meal with a pack of wolves who carefully built up a huge stash of hot dogs. Cover request sent by Toshikazu. I feel a sneeze. No? Is it going away? I don't know. Okay, so the hot dogs are being built, right? They're assembling them. They're going down here. And she's eating them. And so none are getting to my man. But I kind of don't know where it's... What's with this basket over here? So those are I guess those are the buns, right? They're laying out the buns, right? And they get here and they're gone and they would store them somewhere and there's milk. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Where's the stash of hot dogs, Hackta? That's what I thought. All right, off we go to the chapter. It begins. Here we are. No doubt about it, Bonnie. Kumachi's here, so they're looking for Kuma. All right, so it's a real chapter. Bonnie started becoming a pirate, and there we go. That's
pretty good.
Quit calling me by my name. Oh, we got another sub. Tengoon has to say, cool tools, cow tools, ass cover art. 6 months.
Thank you, Baxter.
Of subbery. Cow tools. Huh? Did I miss something? Cow tools, ass cover art. Huh? Oh, Far Side comic. Right. Yes, I get it. Cow tools, ass cover. Yeah, remember Cow tools? Hang on. The most Kino comic of all time. Just so everyone can get epic reference, here it is. The greatest comic ever made. There it is. Cow tools. This is Kino. This is Kino. Okay, I'm thinking Goda, boys. I'm thinking it's a Goda cover right there. All right, referencing the greatest comic of all time. Boomers absolutely pissed themselves when they saw this. All right, Bonnie Chads. Here we go. Quit calling me by my name. I'm a cat. Okay, so she's doing a pirate thing now. She got a pizza ship. Very fun. Very cool. Now I will be looking to see if we're able to defend in any way, like Bonnie's survival in the new world, or even the first part of the Grand Line, whatever. Because I, frankly, wasn't seeing it. Seems kind of cringe to me, but whatever. There's Marines. They're fighting. The Bonnie Pirates have arrived. We've got orders to bring them in immediately. They say the last city they attacked was packed with injured seniors and even little children. Okay, so is this... I just wonder, is this Oda kind of being like, this is why her bounty was high? Because they're sort of misunderstanding about... she's a Buccaneer, Nate. It's in the genes. I'm just trying to think if they actually know that about Bonnie. I'm thinking through like why she would be so wanted. So they know that she's connected to Kuma. Obviously, we know that, and they know about her power. She's a good person because she kills people and then turns them into children and elderly. So true. So true. Right. So, like, her wanted status being, like, very large, and the fact that they haven't captured her. So they know that Kuma is a Buccaneer. I guess they probably would not know decisively if Kuma is a Buccaneer or not. But, I mean, they'd probably figure it out, right? I don't know. Her back leg here does not line up with her hip. Oh. Huh. You know what? That's true. Are you seeing this guy? Like, it should be extending kind of, like, here. If it was lined up with her hip. You know, I think you've got him. I guess you could have, like, a really wide hip. It does look a little odd, but if she just has kind of, like, it goes this way a ways, it'd be AI Art Bros. We've got him. AI Art. Maybe Alpha requested the bounty. I mean, yeah, beating up a Cypher Pole agent has got to get you a pretty high bounty. I don't know. In fact, let me just check Bonnie's bounty when we first meet her. Jewelry, Bonnie, One Piece... Let me see. Her bounty was, it was over 100,000, or 100 million, right? It was 140 million. Okay, that's pretty high. That's probably mostly due to her connection to Kuma. And I guess she's kind of a threat. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. We've got orders to bring. All right. So, right. My point. I was going to say, like, is Oda like kind of hyping up their wantedness by saying like, "Whoa, there's seniors and little children that she hurts," but actually it's just she turns them into that with her powers. I don't know. Who cares? They're the worst type of scum. She beats them up. Old person, baby. Nicely done. Okay, a big guy. They're looking for Kuma. There he is. And he's got a ploop. He's got a ploop away. It's hard to believe you became a pirate of all things, but you mustn't chase after me. Okay, now's the time to comment on Kuma dodging Bonnie. Or should we wait till later? Okay, no, I'll raise this to the floor for the panel's consideration, which is this. So, why is Kuma so insistent on avoiding Bonnie even now, after she has escaped the capture of the world government? Okay, let's just go through it, because it's not that there's literally zero reason, I guess. Okay, thought one. Sure, Bonnie is not right now in this moment, like, in danger from the Marines, but it makes sense, doesn't need to be discussed. But why? Please explain it. Is it because, like, it would turn up the heat on Bonnie, and she would be more of a target? He must assume an Admiral and CP9 would target her. I guess, but, I mean, why doesn't he just... I mean, here's a thought. Why doesn't he just, like, bail on the entire deal he had with Vegapunk and just now be with Bonnie and, like, fight with her in the Revolutionary Army or whatever? Like, okay, you had the plan. Vegapunk did the shit. Is it just that he keeps his word? Okay, but it's worth considering, I think. What's more important? Keeping your word to a monstrous enemy, who, yes, you did give your word to, or literally dying, becoming a slave tool of like an evil genocidal overlord, and, like, being turned into a weapon to kill so many innocent people against you, blah, 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 whatever. Saturn will blow up Sorbet. I mean, it is possible. It is possible. Doesn't want to hurt Vegapunk either. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, this is not, like, terrible reasoning. I guess I'd like to see a little more, like, if I was Oda, I would have put something that, like, Kuma, he can't do it. He can't do it. Now it's like, he could do it. He could. But, like, it might put some people in more danger, which is true. They could, like, target him or, like, his hometown or whatever it is. Not that he really has deep connections to anybody besides Bonnie, but yeah. The issue is we are writing for Oda with his excuses. Like, a little bit. No, I kind of think this isn't that bad. RoboCop Directive 4 rules. Not true. Not true. He's just procrastinating. Epic PCP reference. Oda knows all my work. So true. So true. Maybe he thinks she's strong enough now to live without him, doesn't want to put anyone at risk from the Gorosei. Yeah, I mean, that was my first thought, and I think it's not, like, a terrible thought. You just don't want to make her a target. I mean, but look, it kind of, we're going to get to this later, but, like, okay. So the government isn't watching them, like, literally all the time, you know? They are pirates, they're out on their own. I know they have agents, but, like, there probably are secret places they could meet, and yes, things could happen. I do kind of feel like Kuma could arrange a meet if he really wanted to. And I feel like we're going way out of our way to, like, make it so that Kuma can't meet with Bonnie when there really isn't a reason why they can't get together. We have a panel later of what we already know Kuma was thinking during Shabandi, so there's no reason we couldn't have his thinking here. I mean, that's true. If Oda contrived a reason why he was forced not to see her, then people would say the character has no agency before they completely lose it. Well, okay. I mean, if there's something that's wrong with one way of writing, you can criticize that. If there's something that's wrong with another way of writing, you can also criticize that. That's totally reasonable thing to do, you know? Can't Saturn track Kuma? Maybe, but I don't think that's been, like, specifically shown that they are, like, tracking his every motion, everything he's ever done. I'm just saying, when we get to the big sad at the end of the chapter, it's like, okay, is this fully justified? Or is this a little bit of hacky writing to, like, maximally make the cry porn happen? Which doesn't make it bad, you know? It just, these are the things I enjoy entertaining, all right? I'm an ideas guy, you know? I've got a lot of big ideas. Maybe for the same reason that Shanks avoids seeing Luffy, he's waiting for the right moment. And you know what I think Kuma thought? Kuma's like, you know what would be the right moment? After I die. Let's give it like a couple of years after I eat shit and die, when I am an automaton robot slave. That would be the perfect time. I mean, Kuma's so used to, like, everyone around him suffering. He's like, well, obviously Bonnie's going to want to see me when I'm maximally suffering. It will be Kino, you know? They show later that in the chapter, when Vegapunk tries to add the split personality, Saturn says a scientist he would know. So same reasoning, he can track Kuma's actions. Okay, you are adding that on top. You don't know that. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure that there are some mechanisms through which they can track what Kuma is doing. But, like, first of all, Kuma was in the same town as Bonnie at one point. So, like, don't give me this, like, oh, he's not allowed to come within 1,000,000 miles of her. It's definitely is possible. So, you know, expand your mind a little bit, I think. There's been nothing that, like, we literally track every single motion. If you, someone had said in the Discord before, if you put like cameras in Kuma's eyes, so that so that, like, they see everything he sees and, like, could actually see everything he saw, but that wouldn't work because he, like, actually does see Bonnie sometimes. And that's the thing, he does actually come close to Bonnie, like, a couple of times. So would it really have been, like, so impossible to meet her? I don't know. Anyway, we'll entertain as we go. Okay, off he goes. They're pirates. They're searching. There they go. We're gonna take it slow and look for Nika 2. Okay, all right. Imagine Daddy's face when I tell him I found Nika at so-and-so island. Don't you think he'd... Okay, now hang on just a goddamn second here. What does she mean by this? We're gonna find Nika. Am I missing something about, like, the lore of Nika? As far as they're concerned, isn't Nika like an old legend or like their Jesus figure that died or just existed like a long time ago? Why would he be like around now and someone they could find? You know? Because she's a dumb kid? Yeah, okay. Okay. But like, don't 10-year-olds know, for example, that like Jesus isn't like around? Like, well, I know like part of Jesus' story is that like he's dead and gone, right? But like Nika, I don't know. I guess it's like a little more vague. All right, I wanted to catch Santa when I was a kid. Well, at least like Santa is around now, right? Santa isn't a historical figure. Santa is a theoretically modern person who's just existed a long time. Nika is a historical figure, right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, whatever. Who cares? It's not that serious. Nate, Jesus is my man. Put some respect on your mouth. You're right. That's true. That's true. Forgive me. All right. Santa literally has a canonical residence in the North Pole, though. Exactly right. Exactly right. Where's Nika's house, huh? I didn't think so. All right, off we go. To chapter 1, baby. Meanwhile, in the East Blue... Oh, I'm pogging over here. This is me pogging right now. When I hear about Nika, I pog. I hate the way Oda draws Luffy's smile now. It has changed a bit, and I wouldn't say that I like it as much, but it's like kind of okay. It's just that I associate Oda's evolved art style with like a bunch of the new piece hackery, worst of which by far was Nika. And that's like why it kind of annoys me now. And I look at old piece and I'm like, oh yeah, when I liked everything. And then I see new art style and I'm like, oh right, we're living in modernity when there's been a couple of issues here and there. Anyway, Usopp's base. So let's focus on Usopp over here. Okay, so they beat up the Arlong pirates. Luffy, yeah, Luffy's not particularly scuffed. Just new Luffy. Or Newfie, as we call him. He got a bounty, and he's in the spotlight. Okay, nicely done. Base Sabo in chapter 1. You're going to Logtown? What for? Literally nothing. I'm going to do nothing, says Dragon. Who's in charge here? That'd be Captain Smoke Man. Now we're talking, baby. Oh, yeah. It's happening right now, Smoke Bros. Okay, Smoker has not been forgotten, okay? Again, I just want to draw everybody back to this. Chapter 96 correction. Wait, what's the correction from chapter 96? Restate that, Ahmed. The year of Smoker is about to begin, baby. Light up your cigars, boys. Smoker is the real rival of Luffy. Always was, always will be. Extremely Kino. This chapter made me cry. Too bad Nika was mentioned, so it's trash, you know? There's a case to be made. Light him up, boys. It's, oh yeah. Dragon says, it's okay. Or fucking Sabo says, who's in charge? Sabo says, just some fodder. Unstated character with no name. Right. Smoker, right. Smoker was not in any of the big marine things that happened recently. I guess, well, Fujitora was actually mentioned recently being wherever. I continue to double and triple and quadruple down. Smoker will do something, okay? I do have that much faith in Oda that Smoker will not be just like literally forgotten about as a character. He will do something. He has to. He has to. It would be absolutely insane if One Piece ends and like Smoker is just like over. He like never does anything. He can be part of like a larger marine movement or whatever. That would be fine. But he has to do something. He has to. Right, he wasn't an egghead. Well, he might be on egghead. It's unlikely because like he would have showed up with the vice admirals probably because he's a vice admiral now. Wait, he's a vice admiral, right? He is? Right, yeah, okay. He's got to. He's got to. Okay, anyway. Well, Vice Admiral under Kobe. The pink pig. Yes, perfect. If Smoker's arc was completed at fucking Punk Hazard, I will die. There was no arc. The arc was he turned from a cool character into a jobber. That's no arc. I'm fairly certain he will never do anything, maybe a mention at best. I have faith. He will do something. He will do something. Look, I know his powers are shit, all right? We all know that his powers are shit, and he's got, like, no good fighting abilities anymore. And, like, his powers are a liability in Hockey Piece. But still, politically, he could do something. Politically. Nate, it's so sad to see you on that smoker dependency. I'm sure you'll get better. I'm smoking. I'm huffing. I'm puffing. It feels so bad. He had an arc in Punk Hazard if you read it, lol. What was the arc? That he, like, internal Marine, you know, like a Marine internal guy was a bad guy. And so he's like, whoa, there actually can be bad Marines. That guy wasn't even a bad Marine, though. He was just a literal traitor to the Marine. That is different from a bad Marine. Like, you can, like, Akainu is like a sort of bad guy who is a Marine, even though he's based as hell, and obviously we all love him and did nothing wrong. But we get that. Virgo was just a straight-up traitor and was actually a pirate. He actually showed us that pirates are bad and Marines are good. So, like, his arc didn't really change anything, you know? I mean, his stuff in Alabasta was great. That's when he learned that, like, oh, no, yeah, that's the thing. In Alabasta, Smoker's arc was like, oh, shit. Marines aren't universally good. Pirates can be good, depending on the situation. And that's why Smoker was and should be the character who was the guy that should say, fuck the Shichibukai. He's the guy, man. All right, Clyde, what are you saying here? Aside from the Marine betrayal, it was about directly working with pirates and putting his entire trust in them when needed. Okay, I will point out that it is literally his same arc from Dressrosa. That is what happened in Dressrosa. Sorry, not Dressrosa. What am I saying? I meant Alabasta. So you're right, but it is a repeated plot line. So I'm just, it's kind of redundant, you know? So you're right. I agree with you. It just wasn't that interesting is kind of my point. And then he just jobbed a million times. Okay, yeah, his arc were Tashigi's tits. He got the tits out. Yeah, okay, that was fine. Anyway, Smoker's coming back, baby. The white dog will rise, and he will win. Or no, the white wolf. That'd be sick. The white wolf. He should be Admiral. It would be sick. I know his power's just so shit, man. I know didn't we brainstorm this before, and we're like, what can Smoker do to, like, be good? Nothing. There's nothing that his powers I don't know. Suffocate people, like, be a worse version of Caesar's power? I don't know, man. All right. Anyway, let's move along, shall we? He just got out power scaled in Hockey Piece. Many such cases. Okay. Lung cancer? That'd be pretty sick. Future sight, and he has Katakuri, but flying. Bro, that's just not that impressive, though, you know? Yeah, okay, just make him Katakuri. Like, he just needs to, like, punch hard. God, Katakuri was so sick. His powers are so fucking cool. Okay, anyway, we move on. Jinbei, guess whose kid brother is on this bounty poster? Uh-oh, it's my man Ace with his yellow shirt on still. A brat like this took down Arlong? That's right, my kid brother. Haha, epic. Okay, nicely done. Smoker, Tashigi, and Vivi probably had set arcs that Oda didn't want to fuck with after One Piece became longer than 5 years. I think I get what you're saying, Jackal, but it's funny because Vivi has, like, a new thing. She's gonna be like, she's like Destiny Piece now. She's like a D, basically. Tashigi hasn't done much, but, I mean, Smoker just, like, Smoker's arc was always about fuck the Shichibukai. That was always his thing. So I just think that Oda should have just stuck with the arc that he had begun for Smoker instead of just abandoning it. Or just, I'll say, making him a bit player in the arc of fuck the Shichibukai. Because, I don't know. He just gave up on it. He just made him a bit player, and that's too bad. And I know we have, like, when the Admiral guy did it, there was, like, one brief mention of Smoker. Smoker should have just been with that guy. If the arc was like this, okay, we have a new Admiral, Smoker sucks, but Smoker is, like, working hand in hand with the guy and has, like, a major presence with Fujitora, I think that would make sense. Smoker should have been a fan of Roger and Nika. Smoker is a fan of Roger. He was there at the execution, and it is implied that he has respect for Roger. But he's a Marine, so, you know, he's also got bad things to say. Okay, anyway, we move on. Here we go. What a curious twist of fate, Dragon. Your boy's a pirate. Haha, nicely done. He could still be a sword member. True. And I hope that he does. I hope he does something. Please. And Nika. Oh, no, get Nika out of here. Fuck that. I don't care. A Smoker being there is anime only, pretty sure. Well, shit, man. That's unfortunate if that's the case. It's just Oda just... Smoker was so cool. Smoker was fucking fantastic. And he didn't really do much of importance, like, during Marineford. But he was still cool and present up to Marineford. Although I agree he kind of faded into the background even before that point. But up to that point, he was there and mattered. After the time skip, it was over. It was completely over. Okay, moving on. Here are our ironclad rules of piracy, baby. Plunder whatever you want from the bad guys. Rob them blind. And don't help a soul. Unless they really need it. Ha 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 ha. Very cute. Very funny. She's a cute girl. We all like that. Yes, that's it. That's exactly how you put on lipstick. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Why? Okay. I'm totally a grown-up now. Haha, cute. I also put this on. Daddy might not even recognize me without something on my cheek. Wow. Oda, I can't believe Oda planned this so well. This is truly epic chapter 1 type shit right here. Next time, I gotta make a name for myself. That'll get his attention. Nice. Okay, so that's her backstory. Okay, cool. So the lipstick thing is fine. I don't know. I don't feel like Bonnie, when she was introduced, had like a notably laughable lipstick style. So I feel this is a little bit cringe, but whatever. It's fine. Now, this thing, is this a piercing or not? It's just the way she says, I put this on. Did she pierce her face? Or is this some sort of like, is it like stuck to it, you know? Is it a macaroni noodle that's just stuck there? Have we seen any like sort of 3D shots of Bonnie that are her like, you know, rotating and you can see that's like a piercing? I always thought it was a piercing. I'm currently not totally sure. Wait, I'm going to read what the Wikipedia says about appearance. I'm just curious what the Wikipedia, what the wiki says. Her most common appearance in public is that of a curvaceous, taller, and more buxom young woman in her early 20s with less childish facial features. So true. So true. A noodle. It could be a noodle. I like the macaroni idea. Wait, hang on. Alter her age, blah, blah, blah. Outfit. Okay, here we go. What does it say? An anti-eyebrow. She has a golden anti-eyebrow. What the hell is an anti-eyebrow? Okay, the autocomplete says anti-eyebrow piercing. Yeah, okay. I guess that's the term for that, like, piercing underneath your eye. It's a Nika piercing. Chapter 1, baby. Chapter 1. Okay, wait. Just so... Oh, God. Ugh, these are pretty gruesome. Don't get one of these piercings, lads. I wouldn't recommend it. Ladies, don't do it. These jobbers let this 10-year-old get a facial piercing for daddy. Yeah. And that's why the whole Bonnie being a kid thing, you know, it just raises the question, as I like to do, was this planned? I don't feel that, like, the makeup was obviously childish. Look, her outfit isn't obviously childish. She's wearing booty shorts, for Christ's sake. And, you know, if she's just like a kid, she probably wouldn't think to do that. She kind of seemed more like an adult. Of course it was. Okay, Dustin says, of course it was. But I ask you, why would that have to be the case? You know? Because Oda says so? I don't know. But these are not shorts, okay? Don't gaslight me here. These are not shorts TM, that's it. These are notably booty shorts. Let me see. Bonnie, One Piece. Look at this. Okay, here we go. I want to get a manga one, but whatever. This is from the anime, I guess. Whatever. Okay, I mean, all right. Well, here's one. I mean, you know, they're just very high shorts. Your typical child would not wear those, you know. I'm just saying. Her design seems consistent with an older character. So, and I just think it's worth wondering. And she has a piercing in her face. That's not something a child typically gets. Now, don't get me wrong. It can be done. I don't think it's like the most fucked up thing that's ever happened. But I consider it an interesting question worth weighing. Because I would not say it's 100% clear that it was guaranteed, that she was planned from the beginning. But she is a child hoe, grew up without her father. So true. So true. This is fatherless behavior. No doubt about it. I don't know what Bonnie's hat is exactly, but I do know that I like it. And I think it is cute. So I appreciate that. 2 minutes left of prediction, bros. Get your predictions in now, people. You've almost gotten out. We're almost on page 2. All right. So, and people have said that this is like granny lipstick. Okay, but some motherfucker out there said that she got this from Connie. That Connie, the old lady, One Piece, or Coney, however you pronounce it. And they were like, oh, she got it from Coney. Okay, whoever dumb motherfucker said, I think it was you, Seb. Yeah, that's right, it was Seb. Oh, yeah, let's go take a look at Connie and see what she looks like. You're irrelevant, mate. You're a joke. Okay, I'm the Joker and you are a joke. She has no lipstick. All right, you're cringe. It's over for you. All right. So, fraud alert. The fraud, it's gone off. Massive fraud detected here. But she might, whatever. She got like it from somebody. That's fine. The hat is hers though. Oh, did she get the? Oh, the hat is literally Connie's. Okay, that's cute. So because when she stole her outfit and like walked to the ship with it, that is adorable. Okay, she literally got it from her like adopted grandma. That's cute. I just like that she just kept the hat that her grandma gave it. Dummy, what the fuck do you mean, dummy? That isn't an IQ question. I just didn't notice it until now where it came from. Fuck you, goddammit, you piece of shit. You're dumb. I'm observant, okay? My observation hockey is maxed out. Other than that, oh, the coat too, is the coat also from her? I don't know about the coat, but whatever. The hat definitely is. Maybe other parts of the outfit are. I mean, like the shirt and the booty shorts, those are from her, you know? And the leg things. By the way, like a child wouldn't even wear those leg things. Like there wouldn't literally be enough distance there. So she dresses like an adult. And that's fine. I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so Bonnie, whatever. We're getting like the of course the obligatory explaining every detail of the character. It's fine. She put a thing there to look like the jewels. We knew it was coming. I find it kind of like tedious and obvious, but whatever. Not that problematic. And the lipstick is cute, and Bonnie is cute, and I still like her, so it's all good stuff. Bonnie has been nothing but charming, basically this whole time, but it's just the Nika stuff, you know. It's just the Nika stuff, and her doing a Nika. Give me a Nika-ish future. That I mean, that's cringe, but everything else is fine. All right. Okay, but the thing is, though, all right, no, I'm gonna call shenanigans on that. Jackal is saying, I think she dresses how a child thinks adults dress. Okay, I'm gonna bring up a character. I'm gonna bring up a character that I think. Wait a minute. No, wait. Okay, this actually might explain it. Cause wait, did she ever meet this character? There is a character who might be the inspiration for Bonnie's absurd outfits. And I don't think it works because she never met her. But okay, come on. Okay, whatever, it's big enough. Oh yeah, the ugliest character in all of One Piece, baby, Bello Betty. Yes, it's got all chapter 1. There it is. All right, play it. Okay. I don't know, like her mom also wore these stockings. This is the ugliest fucking character of all time. But like she never met Bello Betty, and like her mom was dead when she was born. Did she see? Maybe she looked at pictures of like her mom when she was like a revolutionary. It's entirely possible. I hate this fucking character so much. Oh Lord. Was I making a point beyond this? Why she wears this outfit? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she dresses like her mom, or fucking, I don't know, like the other revolutionaries. Whatever. I know that I like Bonnie and I hate them. Okay, that's all I know. Simple as. All right, let's move along, shall we? Egghead, New World. This is indeed unsettling. Okay, we get pacifistas, bros. Here we go. Yes, Bello Betty is ugly as shit. At least Connie, or rather, Ginny, looks pretty decent. I still don't like the over-design. It's the goggles. It's just the Sabo goggles. Let's bring it up. Ginny, One Piece. I cannot get past the fucking goggles. She's extremely cute, and I like her. But the fucking Sabo goggles, they bother me. What can I say? They do bother. They're too Sabo-coated. Fucking Revolutionary Army. But whatever. We move on, shall we? Is Koala the only revolutionary member who doesn't dress cringe? No. Koala is also tainted by Sabo-ness. But I try to move past it. Okay, I try. Okay, we move on. It's weird to see clones. Their progression is going smoothly. All right, some rookies have declared war on the world government. Nani? Wow. And so he's telling him about about Luffy, aka his best friend Nika. The revolutionaries are bad at fashion and everything else. Excuse me. Koala was cuter as a traumatized slave girl. I mean, she was more endearing, and now she's like Sabo, girl Sabo, which is kind of cringe. But whatever. She's fine. I'm going to let you study all my memories. In fact, I agree with you, because her outfit is kind of shit. Let's pull up Koala. Koala, One Piece. She's just like a fucking Nami with worse hair. She looks like shit. No, you're right. I'm convinced. Fucking snooze. Set phasers to snooze. Maximum. No, that's not the one I want.
Shut up.
That's the one. This fucking Sabo shit. All right. Again, I know I've said it 1,000 times. Give me a Sabo-ish future, baby. The Revolutionary Army as a group was sculpted not around its leader dragon, but about fucking Sabo. And I will never get over that. Never. God damn, I hate Sabo. Like, he's like kind of, it's what he represents. It's the retcons, whatever. God, he fucking sucks. All right, moving on. Sabo even has done more Dragon Fist punches than Dragon, who he's implied to have learned it from. It's insane. It's insane. All right. Moving on. Thriller Bark. Oh my God. Okay, here we are. The year of Frankie, bros. The year of Frankie continues right now. The government has given me orders to wipe you all out. Oh, wait, sorry. Okay, I skipped ahead. This is important. We don't want to miss this. If I'm going to let you study my memories, there's no point in trying to hide it. Okay, here we go. A man with rubber powers standing up to the government. What a quirk of fate. Sounds just like my idol, Nika. All right, God, here it is. Oh, God, yep. Oh, I can feel the Gota spiking right now. It's happening. Oh. All right. Okay, so none of this is like particularly new. Unironic Gota moment. Yeah, you think so? Oh, God. Okay, Nika's mentioned. Obviously not the biggest fan of that, right? Okay, but I just need a moment to process it, every time I read it, this isn't like so horrific. Again, the problem isn't like this, because this makes sense with what we know about it. Like, yeah, as we now understand the lore, like, people knew about Nika being like a rubbery guy, like the Buccaneers knew about that. And apparently Kuma didn't mind chatting people up about it, Sounds like my idol Nika. Yeah, but okay, again, the problem is just all those other problems with Nika. Okay, for example, here's a wacky example, okay? Here's a wacky thought. If Kuma knows about, like, the lore of Nika, and this is at like, before Thriller Bark, okay? If Kuma knows about it, then, like, there's no way that the world government doesn't know about this, like, rubbery Nika shit, right? Like, Nika would be their arch nemesis. And so when they hear about a rubber guy out there, if Kuma is thinking this, I find it impossible to think that the world government wouldn't also be thinking about it. They're going to say, like, there was that, like, ancient revolutionary that, like, overthrew the government or whatever. And, blah, 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 And I know you can call the Gorosei incompetent. That's not good enough. It is nowhere near good enough. What if TCB was intentionally translating this as cringe just to get under Nate's skin? That's Fizo! I know what Fizo was thinking this week. Very funny. No, it's not good enough. You can't have just an incompetent enemy The Gorosei are, like, smart, and they, like, know things, and they're the ones that did the reveal, by the way, about Nika before they knew that Nika had awoken in Luffy or whatever, you know? It's just, there's just no excuses for it. It's utter cringe. It's, like, the worst retcon in shonen history. It fucking sucks. And when we see it peek its head up in moments relevant to characters and their, like, backstories and stuff, I also don't like that. They nuked Ohara for less. Literally true. Ohara hadn't even done anything yet. They were just, like, breaking taboos by doing research in general. Okay, well, they did find out the secret, I guess, of the name of the kingdom. Okay, so Ohara did know things, but that hadn't, like, metastasized into anything yet. But obviously, it's getting there. The revolutionaries are going to want to hear about this, you know? Ohara had discovered that there were things to discover, and, like, they knew the name of the kingdom. They presumably knew more about it, you know? But still, Ohara had a first edition of the Nika Bible. So true. I think the worst retcon is Oda tricking millions of people into thinking his series was any different from Bleach or Naruto. Ouch! That really is a terrible insult. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Watch the retcon of Ohara thinking about Nika True Grave or some shit. I mean, obviously it's going to be some shit in there. There's going to be some Nika shit, without question, because Nika has been made the center of all of this. He's a funnier character than we've ever had before. He's the key to all of this. That is what Nika has become, okay? So, enjoy that as we dive deeper into the lore. So again, I hate to go on and on about it. I really do. I don't want to think about Nika every fucking chapter, but Oda has made it like the center of the entire lore of the series because Oda thought that Nika was a good idea, which is just such an unbelievable tragedy. And like the people out there that like Nika, they don't like Nika. They're wrong. They pretend to, they haven't thought it through, blah, blah, blah. They think that Gear 5th is cool and they don't mind Nika because in my mind, they're either low IQ people or they haven't thought it through all the way. Very unfortunate. Either way, massive hackna, totally fucked. But what can you do? We try to look at the bright side, you know. So let's move along, shall we? Yes, don't listen to my heathen rantings. Merry Nikamas, everyone. Merry Nikamas. If Nika was always planned, the Gorosei would do the same they did to Ace the moment they knew a rubber man destroyed Eni's lobby. Correct. But what did they really do to Ace, though? Because when did the world government find out that Ace was like Roger's son, you know? I don't think that ever really became like a big deal for Ace. Ace, I mean, maybe his like bounty going up high or whatever. But he was never like a major target for the world government that we saw specifically. It's that if they had found out that Ace was one, then they would have gone after him. So, maybe that's what you mean. There was like, when they were like doing the canvassing to kill all of Roger's sons or children if they existed somewhere, then like, yeah, that would do something. So I agree. There should have been a manhunt, an active manhunt. And again, up to the point. I mean, the way this chapter is actually doing more to fuck with like the theoretical excuses that the Gorosei have. But right here, or I guess the main one is right here, which is, I guess that's after Arlong. It's unclear exactly when this happens, but it's before Thriller Bark, because that's here. Kuma knew about this rubber shit. Yeah, Kuma knew about the rubber shit, and he put this together. I reject that the world government would not have had sufficient information to also put that together. They literally said he was protected by Whitebeard, so they couldn't touch Ace. Okay. But how would they know that Ace is Roger's son? Was that ever clarified? How did they know that? Because Ace wasn't exactly talkative about it. Was it from Garp? Did Garp snitch? I don't know. They never did say how they figure it out. Yeah, blood test. I don't think they have that. I mean, I guess with Vegapunk they probably could actually. Cornflawn snitch. Yikes. You hate to see it. I always thought it was Sengoku. You know what it probably was? I'm gonna say that Garp let it slip at some point, because Garp also let it slip that Luffy was Dragon's son, blah blah blah, and Garp could have Shanks snitched. That's got to be it. Wait, Shanks didn't know. Why would Shanks know? Anyway, Garp leaked it on 8chan. Yeah, that's probably it. Ancestry.net. Okay, all of these are excellent explanations. Anyway, the world government knew. Fuck you, Nika. Fuck Hakta. This doesn't make sense. They should have known. The fact that Oda is trying to kind of like make it make sense is embarrassing. He should just admit what he did and retcon it. Get it out of here. That's what I would do. Okay, off we go. So here we go. Thriller bark time. The government has given me orders to wipe you all out. So now we know that Kuma loves Luffy, which is like fine. We always knew that Kuma he had a soft spot for Luffy pretty clearly. He knew things. He knew things about Luffy. I mean, a lot of us assumed it was just his connection to Dragon and that he was like a revolutionary, which has been obvious for a long time. But whatever. You can't just say the world government is stupid. The Gorosei are not stupid. And like this is like top priority. Nika is the Jesus of this world. I mean, even if you could justify like, oh well, they just didn't know this particular piece of information. It's just so insulting. This plotline just sucks. It's just such fucking embarrassing cringe. Okay, but I'm going to try not to sneeze too much about Nika right now. Let's continue to more decent parts of the chapter, kind of. All right, I'm sure they'd be satisfied if I only brought them Straw Hat Head. Hand him over and I'll spare your lives. So if Kuma had captured Luffy, would he have killed him? Probably not, right? I don't know. Have they ever said they want to kill Nika? Maybe they're planning to use him for something. Maybe, but okay, you're still going to want to capture him. He's like the #1 potential threat. He is the Nika man. And that's pretty cringe. Okay, go to hell. What a shame. Ursa shock. All right, bam. So, I mean, this was a Kino moment for the crew. Year of Frankie going strong. There he is. And he blasts them all. So, I guess he had to do it. It had to be done. Luffy is the man who will become king of the pirates. Haha, yes, nice. Epic. Very, very epic. Something sad about New Piece is that Goda is going to come to a point to retconning the retcons. Well, there's probably been some. I can't think of any right now, but I bet they exist. I mean, they literally had CP0 sabotage Luffy, so Kaido kills him. So I think they want Nika dead. Oh, yeah, no. Salmon is right. They were explicit that, like, have Luffy killed. Yeah, no, Salmon, that's actually a really good point. We should have remembered that. Yeah, they wanted Luffy dead. So that's pretty clear. For whatever reason, they wanted the Nika man dead. Okay. Blah, if you take his place, you'll bear all the pain and suffering yourself, blah, blah, blah. This might even knock me out. Okay, what are we doing? We're power scaling. Okay, this enough to knock Kuma out. But Zoro tanked it like a champ. Zoro is so strong. He's the strongest character in the series. He's stronger than Kuma. He's stronger than Sanji. He's stronger than everyone. Impressive. If you want a dude dead, send Akainu, not Job Man with Bear. Is a Nika vid coming? Eventually, maybe. I would like to make a dedicated video about Nika one day. I just haven't gotten around to it, and I'm working on other videos right now, so, you know. Maybe in 2024. I honestly can't even promise it, but, like, eventually. Before I fucking retire from YouTube, I should probably do it eventually, right? I don't know. I've just, like, made enough One Piece videos on my main channel for a while. Maybe eventually. Maybe in 2024 sometime. That'll be, like, my One Piece video. All right. He's got friends, just as I'd expect of your son, Dragon. Yes, I remember the scene. It was epic. Near the Chamonix Archipelago. All right, here we go. We're calling the 7 Warlords. If you refuse to come, you'll be forfeiting your title. Okay, this is the Ace thing. The flag bearer of the era, Ace, has been set to be executed. Epic. War with the Whitebeard Pirates is coming. I will come because I'm a good little slave boy. Nicely done. Nicely done. Maybe wait for the end of the manga. I mean, I could, but, like, I could do a follow-up. Like, the manga's going to end in, like, I think 4 or 5 years. It's going to be a little while. So, like, I can make a second video in, like, 4 or 5 more years after this point, you know? Okay, where's my food? I'm wasting away. She's eating pizza. It's Bonnie's first appearance in Chamonix Archipelago. How fun for us. Very fun. Why is she so... All right, relax, Bonnie. Relax. You don't gotta be so aggressive here. So here's Kuma peeking in. So this is why I'm like, guys, all your shit about like Kuma literally could not meet Bonnie. It's impossible, guys. Like, he's like 10 feet away from her right now. Explain to me why he couldn't like meet up with her. I don't actually see a good reason for it. It feels like crybait, and I don't know. Like, it's like cute and all, and I get what we're getting at, because Oda wants the big moment at the end of the chapter, but I don't know. Yeah, he would explode if he came within 5 feet. Because she would want to stay with him, I don't know, teleport away. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Because he promised not to. Yeah, I mean, it's good to keep your word, but still. Yo, is this guy bothering you? If he's bothering you, put your pizza down. He's giving me the creeps. Whatever. How do you feel about Nuffy as a character right now because of Nika? You're asking some big questions here, Ahmed. And in general, Nika has damaged Luffy as a main character a serious degree. I deeply loved Luffy as a character before Nika happened. And now I look at him and I'm like, I find him to be compromised in quite a few ways. Like, just, there's so many possibilities for what this means. It just kind of makes him, it sort of fucks with the history of the character. Because now it's like, oh, he survived this, this, and this, not because he had such tenacity and willfulness. It's because he was the Nika man. And, oh, he had the Zoan strength that made him strong. And he fucking... It was all the Nika AoE and blah, 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 blah. Whatever, man. Okay, I mostly give this part... there's too much to talk about. I can't even get into it right now. We'll talk about it more another day. I've said many things about it in the past, but it's damaged Luffy in a massive way, and it sucks. Kuma not meeting Bonnie, he is keeping his word, and I guess that's nice. It is kind of absurd to keep your word about something that is, like, so fucked up, but whatever. He is meeting his obligation, so good for him. He's the ultimate cuck. I appreciate that. A pirate hit a celestial dragon. They'll send a warship. Blah, blah, blah. That's the human shop. Someone attract a dragon. Who would dare do that? The whole world knows that's taboo. It's practically suicide. Okay, it's the Straw Hat Pirates. It happened. Luffy, Jesus Christ, this fucking guy is Perona peeking everywhere at people in there. He was ever, guys. He was watching Luffy do everything cool he ever did. Okay, now this kind of shit I find fairly cringe, because I really hate just, like, inserting characters where, like, when cool things happen in the story, but whatever, it's, like, not that big a deal. I just find it cringe. Who cares? Luffy is cool. This was good moments, blah, blah, blah. All that was good. Yes, I do remember these good moments. Okay, but we need to stop right here and talk about the most important, biggest hacked thing in this entire chapter, this drawing of Robin's hat. What in God's name is going on with this drawing of the hat? It looks like shit. Look at the top of her head. What is going on here? Okay, it looks absolute ass. Can we... Oh, bring it up. All right. Jamie, can we pull up fucking Shabondi Robin, please? Shabondi Archipelago Robin outfit. Okay, actually, this is a good example. Okay, this is what she looked like. Wait, hang on. I'm pulling it up. Okay, so this is what she was wearing just walking around. Okay, it kind of looks like shit, but you'll get the idea, whatever. This one's like a fucked up version. Wait. Can I get the good version, please? Please. Ah, this is taking too long. Fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, okay, so this is her outfit. Blah, 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 normal hat. Okay, it's fine. But you can kind of see the underside. This is sort of what it should look like mostly. Why does it look like this? Why? It just looks, it looks like ass. What is going on here? It looks so shit. I don't get it. Isn't this a redraw of that panel from the chapter in Shabondi? I don't know. I mean, I haven't reread this fucking chapter in whatever. Pre-time skip, Robin also didn't have eyelashes. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this is the anime, but I assume that's true. I don't remember exactly. Oh, yeah, Robin didn't have eyelashes. What's up with that? I guess it's just an art style change. Huh. Well, all I know is Robin looked much better before. And I wish they hadn't made these changes. They look worse. I guess that's one of the many reasons Robin just, like, doesn't really look like herself anymore. And really sucks. Frankie, however, is based. We all love classic Frankie. Miss that guy. Yeah, Robin had a lot of sort of weird, subtle art style changes. And the year of Frankie continues strong. But Robin has just taken such a pounding, man. Ugh. What a shame. Brooke looks cool. Good for Brooke. All right, anyway, we move on. So here we go. The blast fucking gonna send everyone wherever they go. Hope they can forgive me. Here's Kuma doing stuff. Zoro, pop. He got popped. I didn't mean to desert you without a word, says Dragon. Or it says Kuma to Dragon. I can at least I can leave my own quiet mark in the world through Bonnie and this young boy. Their future will be the only legacy I leave behind. Indeed, because you're a cuck. But you know what? It has to be done. He's an honorable cuck. We can appreciate that. I couldn't save any of them. Yep, rip. You've got it wrong. I'm showing you the level you have to be in the new world. You and your friends just aren't ready. You know, again, I find a lot of this very unsubtle, classic unsubtle piece. And, like, we didn't need his exact thoughts specified and clarified. Like, a little, like a panelist shadow here and there would be fine. But whatever. It's not like the end of the world. Yeah, the balloon bubbles are fairly cringe. Like, it's a kid's manga, you know. It's not that serious. It's a classic do you get it now reader moment. Yeah. I mean, for longtime readers, it's like pretty embarrassing. Or just pretty unsubtle and therefore cringe. But whatever. It's not the end of the world. Spoon-fed info, indeed. That pretty much sums it up. Yeah, I mean, we literally already knew Kuma was doing this for good reasons. There is exactly zero ambiguity in that Kuma did this to help them. That has been obvious since, like, the second we knew that Luffy arrived at Amazon Lily. We were like, oh, he did this, like, to help him, I guess? He sent all of, or to be even, like, to be a harsher, it's when we found out that the Straw Hats were all sent to, like, different islands, you know? That's it. Nate, if it was revealed the only reason Nikafur awakened was because Luffy mastered his fruit through Gear 4th, and that if he died before then, his fruit would have just appeared elsewhere in the world, making it still be hard work and something he earned. So, Jackal, I think what you're getting at is, yeah, like, if it's that, like, Oda reveals that the awakening of Gear 5th happened, like, because Luffy earned it. No, like, that's, overall, like, that's fine, and that's probably, like, what Oda's going for, but I will continue to say that, like, it doesn't matter. If the only thing that happened with Nika is just that Kaido, like, killed Luffy and he just came back to life because, like, that's how awakenings work. Even that alone would have been insane hackta because it's just the most convenient writing possible. And I love to bring up this example when it comes to that. That alone would have been as bad as the worst moment in Yu Yu Hakusho, which is when Yusuke just came back to life out of nowhere after being killed by Shinsui in the Chapter Black arc because he just had demon blood and it brought him back to life. Like, insane levels of convenience, such shit writing. That alone would have been like one of the worst moments in One Piece up to that point. And then you have all the retcon shit of Nika on top of it, which is just embarrassing. It's just so bad, man. Just so bad. And so like, sure. And again, there are so many ways to have done the Nika reveal. I mean, get rid of Nika, the Gear 5th transformation. Here's how you do it. You just, like, use Kaido or Big Mom or whatever to, like, explain the mechanics of awakening before it happens to Luffy. And you could even be kind of vague about it, you know? You could be kind of vague, because it would be kind of embarrassing to be like, people that are on death's door but have mastered their devil fruit, they awaken it like I did. My name is Kaido, and I awoke my devil fruit previously, and I don't feel the need to say that I've awoken it. I just have, which may or may not be what Kaido did during that fight. And then, like, if Luffy just literally did that, we'd be like, Okay, we know where this is going, and it wouldn't be a surprise. So your two choices here are Hackta or Hackta. But that's not our fault. That's Oda's fault. He wrote it that way. Like, I don't know, write better, bro. That's all I've got to say. This level of hyperbolic writing criticism is exhausting. It's like reducing it to a math problem. Bro, I'm just telling it like it is. I mean, you can disagree. That's perfectly fine. But, I mean, I'm not going to... In no world was, like, the Nika reveal and, like, the Gear 5th awakening thing good writing. On no level was that moment good. Now, if you just like Gear 5th, that's a separate question, and, like, you're allowed to do that. That's perfectly fine. You know, calling my criticism exhausting, I think is very accurate. I totally get that. And I think that is the reaction a lot of people get when they hear me bitch about shit like this. Nonetheless, though, I mean, hell, I'm exhausted to say it. Listen to how much I'm talking. Nonetheless, though, I think that's based and truth-pilled, you know? What can I say? I know that some people do enjoy the bitching. I appreciate that. And I'm not trying to drive people away, obviously, or just, like, be an asshole for no reason. But I just really feel strongly about this issue that the way it was done is, like, the worst writing ever. And there are just so many ways to have done it better that it really baffles. It's just such a nexus. It's such a nexus of hackery. It's really impressive. You know, it's really impressive to have done something that intense. Just make a video about it. I mean, eventually. I mean, to you guys who listen to the show, you should know about all this, you know, because I've ranted so many times about it. But, like, I agree. Someone needs to make a statement that's just like, guys, I know we all love One Piece, but, like, this was cringe. There you go. Dustin, I agree on fundamental stuff like Nika as an idea being a problem, but I don't think every detail going forward is broken because of it. You're the only one being honest, but sometimes it's a bit much. It's all love. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you being, you know, complimentary in there. Yeah. I mean, I totally get that. and I agree. Not everything is broken in One Piece because of Nika. I do agree with that. It's just that, like, when Nika comes up, it just my PTSD kicks in. My trauma response is triggered, you know, and I'm pulled right back to that moment. I'm pulled right back to 1044. And, you know, I revert back to little baby Nate when 1044 dropped. And I just piss myself and I cry and I shit myself. And what more can a man do? But just have a good cry and let it all out, you know? I'm a big fan of Gear 5th. I just choose to ignore the Hackta and live in ignorance. Hey, it's one way to be. And I'm not even sure it's a bad one, you know? Gear 5th should have never had strong connections to Nika, or should have not been literally Nika, you know. I mean, obviously, I would have liked that, but what can we do? All right, anyway, let's move along. Wait, I 100% agree with you, but I actively defend Nika to my friends because I'm chaotic evil. Now, that man is Hackta. That is Hackta incarnated right there. Nate is like a disappointed father. He knows Oda could do better. I think so. I think so. Okay. It's just there's no real middle ground between you and One Piece YouTubers sucking Oda's dick. I feel you, dog. I feel you on that. I wish I could do more to do that. Maybe the solution really is I get like I mean, Fizo coming on can be like a mitigating force. Because your sentiment is a pretty common one I hear people say about me. Yeah, people are out there really are frustrated that, like, One Piece gets a dick sucked so hard by, like, a lot of YouTubers and stuff. And I totally get that. How frustrating that can be. Obviously, because I'm on the opposite side. I totally get, rather, that I come across as very harsh by comparison. And it would be nice if there was a balance of some kind. So maybe, one day we can find some sort of balance. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Is Morge that guy? Is Morge him? I don't know. I mean, he strike. Yeah, I don't really know where Morge would be. Anyway, I'm better than Morge. I'm smarter than Morge. I dominate him physically. Okay, so I win. All right. So Kuma is being a good boy, and he is just showing everyone how strong you need to be. Arigato gozaimasu. Okay, you will one day save the world. This fucking Nika shit, man. Because you are literally Nika, and by the way, Gold Roger didn't save the world because he wasn't Nika. He wasn't ready. He wasn't him. You are him, Niku Luffy. All right, we move along, shall we? Install a self-destruct mechanism. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. He's gonna. Don't complain. Blah blah blah. All right. So the fucking Gorosei man is saying install a self-destruct. So that'll probably happen. That's probably how Kuma will die. Save the world. My final message. Goodbye. Self-destruct activated. And there he goes. Would you still find it cringe if Kuma expressed the hero ship with no Nika connections? A little bit, yes. But, well, it just kind of wouldn't make sense. Like, the only reason he likes Luffy so much is because of the Nika connections. I mean, sure, like, Luffy did things against the world government, but, like, I mean, Luffy didn't, well, he did fight the world government several times, and he punched a Tenryubito. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait, did I skip that line about, like, no one's done anything that crazy in 300 years, or in hundreds of years? Was that here? Okay, that might be a little bit later. I was just going to say about that, like, didn't a certain character I know kind of face off with a Gorosei specifically when he was a young man? It's at the Robin part? Okay, we'll get back to that. And it's not exactly hacked, but he did kind of face off against him. Oh, yeah, what about Fisher Tiger? What about Fisher Tiger who fucking mogged fucking Marie Joie personally? Huh? What about Dragon? Has Dragon not been able to fight a single Tenryubito yet? What's going on? I don't know. All right, here we go. Kraftsdorf used to be the middle ground guy, but his recent video on Wano refused to address any problems and pretends it's an obvious masterpiece. And he's still on board with Yamato is actually a guy. Okay, all right. Anyone who thinks that Yamato is a guy, they're a little bit mind broken if they think that. Like, there's a certain train of logic you can kind of, but that is just no. It's just obviously not the case. You've really drank the Kool-Aid if you still think that, like, Yamato is a guy. Yup, nothing else to be said on the subject. Simple as it. I mean, whatever. You know, Kraftsdorf is a fine person. You know, nothing criticized to say about the guy. But just come on, guys. Can we please get past this? No one is being insulted. You're not hurting anybody's feelings, but just acknowledging that fucking Yamato is clearly a woman. Come on, she thinks that she's Odin. For the love of Christ, please. Okay, anyway, we move on. Okay, all right, back to Science Man. Okay, the command hierarchy. If we go when blah, blah, blah. Okay, who cares? They're installing an explosion device. What more do you want here? I do not answer. I'm a scientist, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm not interested in the opinions of a scientist for harder. Okay, based. My man, using authority. I appreciate this guy. He is Odin, and you won't tell her she isn't. I mean him. Right, yeah, so true. Thank you for being politically correct. We all appreciate that very much. Let me keep in touch with his ego. God, this fucking Yamato's... Like, the story isn't even consistent. Come on, guys. There's no need to fucking piss yourself and, like, trip over yourself to get, like, Yamato's pronouns right. She is a woman. This is, like, that's not complicated. Oh, God. What more do you need, people? All right. So let me keep a touch of his ego intact. I've invented a circuit for the brain that allows one to switch between the two states of consciousness akin to a split personality. If you allow me to test it, I've given the order, Vegapunk, so fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now this right here is a... Yeah, right, why are we talking about Yamato? Yamato is dead. So true. Could not be more true. The fact that Vegapunk introduced this concept about the ability to switch from consciousness dead to consciousness awake again, I would say is an active Chekhov's gun that very likely will need to be addressed. But we'll get back to that. Okay, we'll get back to that. I've given the order, Vegapunk. Erase his individuality completely. Make sure no trace of him remains. You won't be forgiven if you don't. Remember, I too am a man of science. Any attempts to deceive me will fail. Okay, this I understand. I understand what he is saying here, but I don't totally buy it. Or rather, I feel that Oda this is his cover to, like, make us think that, like, yes, see, guys, he's a man of science. He really had to turn off his personality. Honestly, this could go either way. I'm something of a scientist myself. Bro is lying. He is not that smart. Yeah. I kind of don't buy that, like, this would... Okay, point is, this actually could go either way. This could be Oda telling us, like, yes, this is how you 100% know he's dead. Or it could easily be him he's using this as justification for it to be a surprise later. And I gotta say, I am betting on the surprise. I'm at like a good 75% likelihood that that we're gonna get the personality switch, you know. No lab coat, no beaker, his ass is not a scientist. So true. The Gorosei are incompetent. Right, yeah, okay, that again. But this isn't even really incompetence. Vegapunk is the best scientist, like, ever of all time, forever, for real. I could easily imagine Vegapunk doing some shit that, like, just would go without notice. You know? So, what, is this guy going to personally come and expect Kuma? Even if he was, like, the smartest science man except for Vegapunk? I don't know. I just think that that's the obvious way for this arc to end, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. We'll talk about that at the end of the chapter. I think expectations for this arc will end. Yeah, he's gonna inspect his ass. Oh yeah, top to bottom, baby. All right, I know how good you feel, Vegapunk. What I didn't think you'd be able to over here. Weren't you the one that gave me superhuman hearing? Oh, so he's got, like, I'm glad we addressed that, like, so he's, like, souped him up with a bunch of stuff. Okay, cool, nice. I just noticed Nate's Twitch banner is Uta based. Huh? Wait, what? That's not correct. Does it look like Uta? Wait, now I'm just curious. Why would anyone think that? It's not Uta, goddammit. Do you guys know who my Twitch banner is? That's really funny though, so I'm gonna, like, pretend that that's true. But it's not Uta, god. It's not even a One Piece character, if you can imagine that. I'll let you guys speculate. Someone remind me and I'll tell you who it is if nobody guesses. Oh, okay, yep. Munash Nonos. It's No. Okay, thank God. Thank God someone has watched the Kino that is Die Buster. Though I will pretend that it's Uta because that's funny. It's a film red promotion. I was paid off, guys. All right, today is the day we erase your sense of individuality. Aw, sad. Kuma, it's only been 2 years, but it was fun. Tanoshikatta desu. Tanoshikatta desu. I suppose it was. Okay, all right. We're getting to the good part of the chapter. Here we go. I recently watched both Gun and Die Buster. Kino is shit. Kino is shit. All right. Here we go. It's looking like your first assignment will be a battle with the Whitebeard Pirates. I've been asked to prepare a battalion of your finest clone soldiers. Once it's over and done with, there's something I'd like you to program me to do. So here it is. Yep, we remember this, but here it comes. Die Buster is a 6 out of 10. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Die Buster is like a 10 out of 10. All right. And Gunbuster is basically also a 10 out of 10. Die Buster isn't, like, literally perfect. And I do understand liking Gunbuster more. But I really have a special place in my heart for Die Buster. And I like No-No as a character more than any other character, either of these two Buster shows. No-No is peak. No-No is Kino. And, I mean, Noriko is great, too. But, like, No-No clears. All right, neg diff. No diff. No clears Noriko. Okay. Nika Buster is going to be better than either. That's very true. All right, so program me to protect the ship of the Straw Hat Pirates until one of them returns. All right, so yes, we're going over these things that we know happen. It's kind of obligatory, but it's fine. It has to be done. Since I won't be able to witness their continued growth. And by the way, now I want to point out that apparently since Chapter 1, Kuma has been... We've never seen, like, Kuma with, like, broken eyes or anything, have we? Like Frankie, we saw his, like, robot eye. He's been wearing glasses the whole time, apparently. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He had pupils all along. There they are. He was just a glasses guy. Although I'm calling a little bit of shenanigans, okay? A little bit of shenanigans. Because, this thing on his nose was, like, never visible. And this is after we met him for the first time. So, cringe, okay? I'm just putting that out there, cringe. Was Darling in the Franxx taking inspiration from Die Buster? I believe so, and I believe they have the same mecha designer. I think I looked at... I mean, it's been years since I've given a shit about Darling in the Franxx, but I think that was the case. Because there's a bunch of designs in Die Buster that look a lot like the mechs in Darling in the Franxx. There you go. We saw his broken eye when he was a robot slave before Sabo rescued him back during the first few Reverie chapters. Oh, really? Okay, so I guess that implies that after this moment, he continues to get robo-sized, and his eyes become robo-eyes. Right? You know? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Diebuster plagiarized Darling in the Franxx. Classic Gynex L. So true. So true. All right, moving on. Okay, all right. Protect the Straw Hat ship. Since I won't be able to witness their growth, I will help them. I'll be a good guardian boy. Very nice. What kind of free future are you dreaming up for that boy? His actions have moved me. I know Nika is meant to be a legend, but it'd be really great if there really was a warrior out there. So he doesn't even know that Nika was, like, real. Putting smiles on, or that Luffy, like, has the Nika fruit. Putting smiles on faces using the rhythm of liberation. The rhythm I taught Bonnie. And if there's a hero out there, I believe it's him. He's him. It sucks the energy out of me every fucking time this Nika shit comes up. And listen, I'll tell you how to do it better. Once again, this mostly works for me if Nika isn't real and Luffy doesn't literally have the mythical Zoan Nika fruit. This works for me 10,000% better if what Nika is just the awakened form of the Gum Gum fruit and, like, literally nothing else changes. But it's not a fucking literal mythical Zoan fruit that is Nika. That is so stupid. God damn it. That's the great crime, you know. That's the great crime. Then it's like, oh yeah, Luffy kind of earned this. Why are you so pressed about Nika? I mean, I could go on for literal hours about why I'm so pressed about Nika, but because it's Hactor writing, simple as, you know. Paramecia Freedom Fruit even. I mean, you know, yeah, like, again, that's better than the mythical Zoan fucking Nika man shit. Ugh. The Nika rant is getting more fuel now. A video is inevitable, as Hactor himself. Indeed. OMG, if the fruit is changed, Nate is happy. I mean, it goes a long way, yeah. Yeah, it goes a long way. And there's people out there that say, like, Nate, nothing really changed. You know, like, he's still the silly, goofy guy. He earned everything himself. Nope, don't agree. Not true. Making it a mythical Zoan thing. And making it so that, like, there is a mythical creature that is the Nika, that is the idea that, like, Luffy has. It does not work for me. It makes that which was metaphorical literal in a way that I find utterly gross, and I hate it, hate it, hate it. Just make it metaphorical. Holy crap, this is not that hard, Oda. You were doing so well for, like, 24 years. Okay. On we go. Did you guys seeing that? Wait, let's enhance. Enhance, boys. All right, here we go. Can you read this? Dead or interesting. That's classic Hactor right there. Okay, if this chapter was going to be Goda, we've sunk it, boys. Dead or arrive. Oh, I love that. No, that's kind of Goda. That's kind of goated with the sauce. Okay. We know Luffy represents the sun. Just make it light, make it metaphorical, whatever, man. I don't know. And you know, like, let's say Nika was planned from chapter 1. Okay, let's just say that. Worst executed twist in history that was planned since chapter 1. And also, like, I just don't like it as much as it just being metaphorical. And, you know, some people have said that, like, the Sun Pirates are proof or are one evidence that, like, the sun god thing was planned. I mean, I find that massive cope, but, like, I don't know, maybe the 1,000 sun eaten chapter 1. I don't know. It's just too vague to know anything. You know, none of that shit's confirmed. It's cringe. All right. Anyway, we move on. A revolutionary placing their hopes on a pirate, huh? You're backing quite the dark horse. Pe. Indeed. I miss it just being goofy rubber man going on adventures. I think many of us agree. Many of us agree. All right, and on we go. The unorthodox thinking is proof of your humanity. All right, before we begin, remember to push out those memories for my research. A promise is a promise, after all. Does it effectively erase your memories? No. Think of it as a copy. It will disappear when it's touched, though. Okay, forget the Nika shit. This is the biggest hacked moment in the chapter, okay? Everyone, I know we've been having a good sneed and a good cope about this chapter, but, like, what the fuck is this copium right here? So, as we all know, guys, Kuma's power pushes things and makes a copy of them. So why the fuck, when he pushes the pain out of Luffy, does that not just make a copy of Luffy's pain? This is cringe, okay? I don't know how the fuck... Okay, I think I know why Oda has to do this. It's because when... it would be kind of fucked up of, like, him to erase his memory, like, before he dies, or as a robot, or whatever, you know? Blah, blah, blah. But two, when Kuma likely wakes back up and says his final goodbye to Bonnie, which I think is likely... Memories probably work differently than pain. Okay, but, like, look, Flair, we're just making this shit up, man. We're making it up. Since when has he made copies of things? Never. This is just, like, a new usage introduced for this specific plot point. Like, before I was thinking, like, okay, these memories were pushed out of Kuma's head. But now it's like, it's a copy. Don't worry. He can have his reunion with Bonnie. He'll still recognize her, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Like, it's convenience piece, you know, but whatever. Oh, no, it's his awakened ability. Oh, of course. Again, this doesn't make One Piece bad. It doesn't make the chapter bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. But I like to point out a convenience piece when I see it, okay? It's a little contrived, but the kind of contrivance that's fine. Yeah, I agree with Dustin, basically. But I do like to point it out, because that's fun for me. Nate, listen, this actually might make sense. Remembering is an experience you can have many times, so he is pushing those memories he experiences whenever he remembers. So he's pushing out the memory of the memory. Okay, well, obviously that was planned since chapter 1, baby. Classic Goda planning everything out since the beginning. Okay, you know what? I'm convinced. All right. Don't fret. Well, if Kuma orgasms, he can make a copy of his orgasm. The problem with your theory is that Kuma has never experienced an orgasm in his life, let alone the touch of a woman, or anything like that, you know? Okay, so moving on. Excuse me. Don't fret. I've got a system that allows me to take a peek without touching it. Place it in here. Okay, so it's going into storage where we saw it. Very nice, very nice. It's just another procedure. I have to be clinical about it. I'm a scientist after all. Okay, here's the good part of the chapter. Here we go. All right, here it comes. This is officially where it begins right now. So this is my life. I wonder how many people have been harmed or troubled by my actions. Okay, he's a little bit overdoing it with the self-criticism, but I guess he was born and he felt like he had, like, cursed blood, so I guess it makes sense for him. But relax, Chief, all right? It's fine. Trouble? Living is nothing without trouble, wouldn't you say? Blast, memory blast. Wah, wah. Okay, Mom and Dad. Kuma. Huff, huff. Kuma. Blam. Kumachi. Running. A man's life flashing before his eyes. All the memories coming back. Dragon. Those guys. Kuma. Oh, the love of his life. Ginny. Unfortunately with her Sabo glasses, but I wish it was the one before that. But okay, that's all right. Kumachi. Daddy, it's Bonnie. Huff. I can cure her. Now Remas. I'm grateful. Thank goodness. Your life hasn't caused anyone harm or trouble, but your death will pain everyone who leaves you. Listen well, Kuma. You are a hero too. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let's play it. Why not? Let's play it before the anime gets to it. Here we go. This is the one. This is gonna play. Kuma. Huff. I've got to run. I've got to protect everyone. I've got to be a good, strong boy and do my duty. Kuma, join the revolutionary armies. Okay, Dad. Kuma, be my boyfriend. I love you. Kuma, join the revolutionaries. Let's kill the world government together. It'll be totally Kino. Kuma, marry me and let's have babies together and be happy forever. Can't do it, Chief. Can't do it. But he can be a dad. He can be a dad to Bonnie. This is a good part of the chapter. Yep. Plap, plap, plap. Don't watch Kuma. Okay, whoa. Take it easy, Chief. All right. Bonnie can be cured. That's all he ever wanted. He never caused pain to nobody. He's a hero for Bonnie and for everyone he's ever met. There's just one last thing, Vegapunk. As he fucking kills him. I can't say how grateful I am. Wah! Just like me, for real. Thank you for saving Bonnie's life. Yes, Queen. There he is. If you see her again, could you tell her something for me? Please wish her a happy 10th birthday. Oh, hell nah, brah. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's her having just absorbed the memory. Oh, man. The crying faces are good. I know. Hack to voters, hold, hold. Don't be swayed by good things sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty good. This is good stuff, man. This is what Oda does the best, you know? His, like, sad flashbacks have always been, like, Oda's best strong point. And then usually he is able to tie in the flashbacks in, like, Kino ways, like with, I mean, like obviously the best one ever is Skypiea. But whatever. I mean, it's classic shit, you know? Classic Oda writing. Look at Akuma smiling in the background as Kuma's crying. Or as Vegapunk's crying. Let's say where, oh yeah, right there. It's this line for me. So this is my life. Oh, man. It's getting me a little bit. Just Kuma reflecting on his life and being so happy to die to save the person he cares about the most. That's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. This scene is really good. This is the best page. Toei's probably gonna flag me. Yeah. I guess we'll turn it down. Fuck Toei. Whatever, man. I don't know. Maybe some of that'll have to get fucking muted or something. I don't know. Fuck all the Nika shit. Fuck the Chapter 1 shit. I liked Kuma as a character for a while, but he always came off as a good guy in a bad position. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's it, man. Fuck him. It's Christmas. He's running towards Dawn. I've never liked the Dawn meme. The Dawn meme has always been cringe. I mean, it's fine in just the metaphorical, like, romance Dawn. That's fine. But we've gone too far with some of this Dawn shit. Okay. Anyway. Vegapunk's tongue is mad, distracting, can't feel the emotion. Hey, you know, I get used to it. The D stands for delusional. All right. All right. Best flashback, what, like in the series? What's the best flashback in the series? Well, obviously it's Law. Okay. It's the longest and the best. Well, Luffy's childhood flashback later was the best. I'm going to go with, honestly, I have a real soft spot for Frankie's. Straight up, on God, for real. It might be Frankie for me. I love Frankie's flashback. Brooks is good too. Choppers is great, obviously. Year of Frankie, baby! It's happening on this stream, if nowhere else. I mean, obviously Brooks with Pink Sake is like insanely good. Yeah, oh, we did. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? I was gonna mention, whatever. Somewhere in here, someone said it was like the Robin page? I can't remember. Somewhere in here, fucking Kuma says there's been no one's attacked a Gorosei or a Tenryubito in like hundreds of years or whatever. Wherever that was. Oh, excuse me. Oh, fuck. Wherever that was, I was like, wait, Kuma as a child faced off against a Gorosei. I guess he, like, didn't fight him. He just, like, ran away, I guess. But also Fisher Tiger, you know? Fisher Tiger did this. It's at the scene of everyone. Okay, well, I guess I'll just look it up just to be complete. It's going to be, like, for this. Right, okay, there it is. No one has done anything this bold for hundreds of years. Right. Yeah. Oh, and we got to speculate about what's going to happen with Kuma. Right. We'll talk about that briefly. I know, Fisher Tiger. Put some respect on the name Fisher Tiger. The greatest slave who ever did slavery, okay? So, give him a break. He fucked up Marie Chua a bit, right? Maybe he just broke out some slaves and ran away, which isn't, like, that bold, you know? Well, Fisher Tiger didn't actually climb the red line, as I understand it. He, like, was up there. He lied about that. He was up there and escaped with people. But Fisher Tiger, I mean, just look at the Kino that is Fisher Tiger. And this is real and true. Let me see. Show me that one picture of Fisher Tiger. Where is it? I want the one with all those weapons on his back. It's super Kino. Was Kuma able to protect? Wait, why was Kuma able to protect what? Sunny for 2 years without the elders getting pissed. That is a good question, and it doesn't make a ton of sense. I guess they had bigger priorities. That's the best I got. Wait, come on. Fisher Tiger. Silhouette. God damn it, where is it? The one where, like, Boa is, like, first mentioned. Okay, whatever. The point is, he looked Kino as shit, and he had a million weapons on his back, and I love him. Okay, wait, I'm going to the wiki. Chat rating goes Roger greater than Luffy greater than Fisher Tiger. Yeah, I guess so. That's pretty true. Give this man a true. Damn, it's not even here. Okay, whatever. I can't find it. Who cares? Moving on. We are doing. Wait, what's this? Is this the one? Thank you, Seb. All right, this is the one. Or this, I guess, this is from the anime. But yeah, in the manga, I think it looked even better. But this is the scene, and this was like this was like the scene of him as Boa Hancock and her sisters were escaping. So, like, this shit was seen. Sheesh! This man is on fleek. He's got swords. He's got guns. This was Kino. Fisher Tiger is fucking based. And he's basically the god of war. And so he was clearly fighting some shit. Fighting some Nikas as he escaped. So, it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This man deserves respect. But I guess we just have to infer that he fought, like, guards. Not a single Tenryubito was harmed that day. That would be unacceptable. Only Luffy's allowed to do that in the entire series. Whatever. It's fine, I guess. Okay, let's talk future, okay? Let's talk the future of Kuma. This is me. I can't, bro. Cut it. Cut the feed, man. Ah, yes. We're all crying. Yes, very sad. Aw, man. Yeah, this is cute. All right, anyway. Let's talk about our Nika-ish future together. Okay, Kuma's future. Kuma and Bonnie end of the arc. Here's what I think is most likely to happen. Kuma's going to show up. Why is Kuma coming? Is it unclear why Kuma is currently headed for Egghead? I mean, it would be really obvious if just Vegapunk just put something in him that would, like, do that. But then wouldn't Vegapunk have said something about that by now? Maybe he doesn't actually know that Kuma is being summoned. I can't remember how that started. Maybe someone else does. But there's the Kuma self-destruct mechanism. That would be the way to end Kuma's suffering, you know? He didn't want to blow up the revolutionaries. Wait. If Luffy... Okay, wait. Kuma has a self-destruct. He didn't want to blow up the revolutionaries. But why would Kuma have control over that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe the personality or something. Wait. Ed is saying, if Luffy punching a celestial dragon was the boldest thing anyone has done in 100 years, then how is he not immediately the most wanted person? According to Kuma, Dragon didn't do anything as bold as that. Another L for old Dragon. You know, that is another excellent point where Oda is kind of making Luffy too super special in a way that doesn't actually make a ton of sense. Like, Dragon is the quote-unquote the most wanted man in the world. And but Dragon says, strike a Tenryubito? No, thanks, I would never do that. Sumimasen, Gorosei-sama. That's actual dialogue from Dragon. Oda leaked the script to me. I'm going to be playing Dragon. And that's what he says, you know. Oh, Dragon. Another L for old Dragon. He's being strategic. Yes, of course. Very impressed. I'm impressed by the strategy. Okay, right. So Kuma's going to show up. He's going to blow up, probably. Like, for the love of... let Kuma die. Kuma needs to end. He's been fighting to get here. He obviously has to show up. So Bonnie and Kuma are going to come face to face. And then the Chekhov's gun of, like, the personality switch. I mean, it'll probably get thrown. And Kuma will probably wake up for, like, 2 seconds. Maybe he'll get to say goodbye. And then he'll blow up. And that'll be that. I will say, however, that if Kuma was going to wake up... it would probably make sense to save the 10th happy birthday thing for, like, when he wakes up, except for the fact that Kuma doesn't know that he'll be able to wake up again. Again, if that happens, which isn't guaranteed, but I put it 75%. So, I don't know. No way Oda is killing Kuma. No. No. If there's a character that was born to die, given this backstory that we've seen, I think it's Kuma. And Kuma has a self-destruct mechanism inside of him. I frankly, here's like, I could see Kuma being the guy that takes out Saturn. I think that would make a lot of sense. Oh, no. Oh, Tekking has a theory? Oh, you mean Tekking ripped off my theory? My theory, goddammit, that the big incident would be that like Saturn getting killed or something would be the big incident. Because, yeah, like a Gorosei eating shit and dying, which I've said many times, I think is a definite possibility for how this arc ends, and frankly, a pretty strong-looking one. So true, Nate. We love you. You're strong and sexy. Absolute truth. Since chapter 1, baby. Yeah, it's stop slandering the king, the tech king. I'll slander him all I please. Yeah, I think Kuma showing up, maybe getting to say goodbye to Bonnie, and then like him basically suicide bombing, killing Saturn. Again, I don't know 100%. Maybe even just harming him would be enough. But killing Saturn would be like a really good way for Kuma's arc to end. It would be meaningful. He would get to do something. It would give a reason to his continued existence as a cyborg we could all look back on and feel good about. That would be really good. It's like assassinating one of the presidents of the world checking. Exactly. And that would be why it would be like the Egghead incident, like the biggest thing in forever. I know, but what about Big Punch? Bruh. We have to have Big Punch to end the arc. That's the only good way to do it. Only Luffy is allowed to do anything meaningful. There is kind of that thought, you know? Oh, because Saturn is the one who asked for the bomb. It would be karma. True. Has anyone actually died to an explosion in the series? There is one character who has basically stayed dead. I know there's the Pell incident, but we ignore that. I mean, Pedro. Pedro appears to be actually dead due to a bomb. So, you know, Oda's been consistent so far, so there's one example. Pedro will return, baby. The will of P. Yeah, we'll see. But so far, he's been consistent. Okay, and I think that's all I've got to say. I think that is the most... Well, all those things happening make sense, but I do think Kuma showing back up and, like, awakening briefly is likely. And then, like, you know, something happening with Saturn would make a lot of sense. This is why they don't leave Marie Joie, you know? So they don't get fucking killed. Pedro is my man. Yeah, he's going to be the one. Prospero was just defending his family and country. I mean, true. Prospero had good cause for what he did. They were interlopers, stealing their shit. Fuck them. Pedro didn't even die with purpose of Kuma. I know. It is pretty fucked up that Oda allowed Pedro to die for, like, no good reason. He took an arm off, like, a fairly strong Big Mom pirate. RIP. All right. Of Kuma's bombs and Saturn survives for Luffy to final blow Omega Punch him. Oh, like if he survives Kuma's bomb, but then Luffy finishes him, that would be pretty embarrassing. It's true. Kuma was a sovereign citizen. He had to die. Baby, since chapter 1, that's been the case. All right, yes. Char Cord is right. Is the chapter Kino or cringe? This is what we must decide. Let's check in on the vote, shall we? Let's see what the people are saying. One sec. Here we are. The people are saying, oh, it's kind of close. 53% Gota. Ooh, Based went all in on Gota this chapter. Okay. Oh my god, but 144 from Blanca, Ambassador Blanca. 47% Hakta. It's pretty close. It is pretty close, ladies and gentlemen. So we will do what we must do. And okay, so there's a bit more on Gota than Hakta, and 30 people to 53. So a lot of people voted Gota, but people put their money where their mouth is for Hakta. So we shall see. We shall see. Excuse me. Let's begin our analysis momentarily. This is going to be fast because I don't want to fucking shred my throat too much. Here we go. Off we go. Begin. Oh, let me scroll up. Here it is. All right. Oh, God. Okay, chapter 10. No, 1102. Whatever. The Life of Kuma. Here we are. Bonnie was there. That's fine. Bonnie did stuff. Wait, let that leg not next to the hip. Not next to the hip, boys. That's basic anatomy. Honestly, this is kind of fucked up anatomy. Kind of looks like total shit, so that's actually pretty scuffed, I must say. Phone it in, boys. She must have wished for a Nika-ish body right here. That make a Nika AoE type situation. Oh, spam the chat, people. I almost forgot. Spam the chat with your Gotas and your Haktas. Spam it, you bastards. Spam it now. Sway the vote with your Gotas and your Haktas. Let the people know. All right, there they go. Okay, they're spamming. Nicely done. That's I forgot to say. I knew there was something I was missing. Okay, this man will never meet up with his daughter. Not on your life will he see his daughter, no matter how easily he can get away with it. All right, Luffy, chapter 1. Smoker cells. We're thriving right now. Okay, Smoker Copers. We're living. We're absolutely thriving. Okay, Bonnie, whatever, explains. Pretty obvious, but whatever. It's pretty okay. Fine. Chapter 1, baby. Okay, Kuma meeting his clones, pretty epic. Dragon's son is being told to Vegapunk, very epic again. He is the Nika man. Okay, we're going to Thriller Bark, we're repeating events, pretty fine, whatever. This isn't that interesting, but we're inside his head, whatever. Bonnie is cool. I like Bonnie. Bonnie is good. She's eating lots of pizza. He's doing a Perona Peak type situation here. This is kind of funny, even though I don't really get why they can't see each other, but I guess he gave his word. He gave his word, ladies and gentlemen. The most honorable man who got cucked to death and never met his daughter. Nicely done, bro. Very impressive. Okay. This man punched a celestial dragon. Oh my god, that's the most epic thing that ever happened. I'm Nika-ing, bros. I'm Nika-ing all over the screen, all in my pants. I am Nika-ing. And it feels so good. All right, so Kuma is blasting people off to Team Rocket type situations to go heal and squeal and kneel and feel like real Nika individuals. All right, we're dabbing on science cucks. All right, you are a mere slut scientist. You are a whore for me. I pay your salary. Now spread them cheeks, baby, on your science OnlyFans. This man is based, okay? The Honorable Rabbi, Mr. Saturn, says fuck you, and I couldn't agree more with him. The Vegapunk is cringe. Egghead is cringe. Saturn is based. Love that man. Okay, Egg, Apple head, Apple bottom head, boots with the bear. Everyone in the club is looking over there at these two individuals. Yes, nicely done. Okay, he's gonna kill him momentarily. Very exciting. I believe I'm him. I believe he's him. Don't. Okay, Nika reference. That's pretty cringe. I do not like that. Please do not acknowledge Kuma's absolute lack of leg day. It's terrible. It's just disgraceful. Okay, memories are copied. Massive Hakta right there. Okay, very unfortunate. Okay, but then the good part of the chapter happens. Yes, good. I will not forget Ginny. Ginny is a good character who I like, and she is good. Dragon has done literally nothing. Okay, but Ginny is based. Bonnie is pretty based. This scene is excellent, and it's the best part of the chapter. And this man is killing his friend because he's a slut. He's an OnlyFans model. Very embarrassing. He whores himself. You whore out your whole family, Vegapunk. Deeply embarrassing, but I would also do the same if I were you. Based. He does it all for the bag, just like me for real. All right, everyone's praying We love Nika. Sentomaru is also here. I love you, Nika. Thank you for being Nika, Bonnie. I love that about you. Could you please tell Nika that I love him? That is how the chapter ends. And that's going to do it for the chapter. Vegapunk just said, yes, sir, I'll kill my friend. Chapter 1, baby. Chapter 1. All right, so is this chapter Goda or Hacto? Where shall destiny lie? I think it is Christmas. It is Nikamas. And thus we can be charitable and give it to Goda. I think it was meant to be that this chapter had some good stuff in it. You know, we would have loved to see a strong Hacta showing. This was not a gimme, okay? This was not a pity Goda vote. I really did like this shit right here, you know? I'm sorry. Everyone, let's check in on our big losers today. Based, nicely done, Based. A good vote, an impressive vote. And Blanca, rest in peace. Rest in peace. I'm so sorry for your family. You will not eat this Christmas. Forgive me. Nate, you fucked me once again. I'm so sorry. The moment pre-time skip was mentioned, it was over. You know, I didn't care for all that stuff. It was pretty cringe, but just like I've been saying all along, the stuff, when it just does the good fucking... I'm sorry, Rocket Kiss. I'm so sorry. Nika stole your bike. It's over. When you get down to it, when there's just good parts of the goddamn story, it's really good. It's really good. I can just kind of ignore the bad. I called you out, Nate. You were such a Kuma Bonnie softie. I admit it. I'm a softie for this good actual writing. I know everyone wants me to just do nothing but hate One Piece. And I try. Oh, I just seethe and I cope and I hate and I rage. But you guys heard me. This part here, it really got to me. This is I really like this sequence. This like dream sequence of Kuma. This right here is when I knew it was a Goda chapter. All right. This was fucking Kino. All the people in Kuma, this like memories flashing before his life as being shut down. I mean, do I think that like Kuma could have weaseled his way out of this? Of course, like, but that's kind of nitpicky stuff. The point is, it happened. I know. Wait until we get the Rouge flashback, and that'll be the gigaist Kino cry porn of all time, baby. Took a bite of Nika this chapter, and it was pretty Kino. True One Piece fans have a selective memory. That is so true. That is so true. Kuma running while looking down after remembering Jinny. Oh, Kuma's just been running his whole life, man. Slave, free priest, revolutionary, Shichibukai. It's good stuff, man. Happy Nikaka, indeed. Light your 1,044 candles for Nikaka. This Nikaka, lads. Now Nate likes Run Piece. I mean, I like it sometimes, you know. He stumbled there, but he kept going for Bonnie. When she died, he stumbled. And this sequence, depending on how it's done, this will be a Kino sequence in the anime. And you know, I like, it's good in the manga too. But like this will be enhanced in the anime. And they'll play Mother C, and it'll be pretty sick. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. I kind of look forward to it. I'm tempted to watch the anime for this sequence if I fucking ever remember it. Even the terrain he runs on. I mean, it's relevant to like that point in his life, right? I guess. Terrain unknown. What's the terrain? Please, Hacta. Loved it, but can we get a fun adventure on a cool new island? Yeah, this has been good. I'm more or less ready to like get back to the adventurate. I won't remember it. You're obviously right. But it's good. It's good. This is a good stuff. I'm glad to have read it, you know. One Piece is by no means all bad. But do you remember this group? Guys, have you ever heard of this little group called the Straw Hat Pirates? They were like doing something on an island at some point. Will we ever see them again? I don't know. You may remember them. It was a long time ago. 2024 Year of Elbaf. I would say Oda did not imply he was gonna skip Elbaf. He was thinking about possibilities, and he considered the possibility. Which is like, okay, I mean, he probably played it out. He probably sat there one day and was like, should I skip Elbaf? Because like we gotta get to the end. But then he was like, no, probably not. He was like, oh, there was that like statement Oda did. I don't even care about it. Whatever. It wasn't that interesting. He considered skipping it, but he's a slave to destiny, just like my man Luffy, possessed by Nika since chapter 1, baby. Anyway, did you know Elbaf is Nika spelled backwards? Holy mother of God! So true. All right. Sorry, we're going straight from this to Blackbeard. Straw hats are not real. So true. 2023 has been the year of past peace. Kind of. Anyway, look, my throat's tired. I gotta go. I've been yelling a lot. I'm looking for some time off. So let's go have a Merry Christmas, everybody. A Merry Nikamas. Merry Christmas to you guys, or whatever else you do. Nikaka, Kwan's Nika. Oh yeah, I'm definitely celebrating Kwan's Nika. This Nikamas. It's gonna be great. And have a good holiday, everybody. Merry Christmas. And I will be back. I think next week there's going to be a chapter, right? I don't know if they break next week. Never mind. Pack it in, boys. It's over. It's all fucking over. So break next week, and I'm not even sure if like there is a Shonen Jump next week because there might be like an off week. I don't know. Anyway, next Shonen Jump, whatever it is, there won't be one. So it might be like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We're getting cold this year. Oh yeah. I hope Nika leaves some Kino in your stocking. Me too, man. Me too. Excuse me. Oh, New Year chapter usually leaks a week early, so I'll be back as soon as it comes out. Nikwanza and Nikika are Satanist fake holidays. So true. We celebrate Nikamas and nothing but Nikamas. Keep the Nika in Nikamas. Okay, that's my message to you this Nikamas season. All right, say a prayer to Nika. That's that. I'll certainly be doing it. Feliz Navi Nika to you and everybody else out there. God. I'm so mind broken by Nika, and it feels good. Bang the drums of liberation, Nika Miss and Nika Ka and Kwan's Nika. Feliz Navidad from Peru. Hey, thanks for saying that. Feliz Navidad to all of you. Tanjoubi omedetou Merry Christmasu from the land of Nippon. Nate, did you see the leaked Epstein flight logs of the Gorosei showed up? Uh-oh, boys. My name being on there is a total coincidence. I'm a man of science. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of Nika. I was just there telling Epstein that he should embrace Nika. That's why I was there. I swear to Nika, bros. Tell no one about this, please. All right, I'm out. I'm done. All right, everybody. All right, I'll see you in like 2 weeks or something. Nika was Jewish, obviously true. Just like our honorable man, the Nika guy himself. Where is he? The rabbi himself. There he is. Obviously true, just like Nika. This man is the true inheritor of the will. Dude, there are so many Latin Americans here. Latin Americans are like American black dudes. They go nuts for shonen, and I'm right there with them. That's why I'm an honorary African American myself. So I can say Nika, and nobody minds. We're all part of the same club here. All right, everybody, I gotta go. I give you the Brazilian pass. Thank you. When I come to Brazil, please don't kidnap and ransom me to my family. I would appreciate that very much. All right. Greetings from Chile. Hey, nice to see you guys. All right. So, Nate, Latinos are the black people of Canada. That's what I've been told. Okay. I'll see you guys in maybe 2 weeks, maybe more, depending on like if it takes longer, whatever. And yeah, in the new year for sure. It'll be the new year. So, hey, have a great end of year. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever the fuck you guys do. And yeah, have a good one. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Although Sunday stream I will not be doing because it's like Christmas. SBS stream maybe one of these days. I don't know. I do want to read the new one. Merry Christmas, Nate. Thanks for using my emote. Thank you, Corflon, for making it. It's fun. It's cute. I like it, man. Thanks for doing it. Can you shout me out? How's that? Did I do it just now? Although, don't act like I owe you shit for making an emote, all right? You threw a meme into the meme void, so get used to it. You get no credit, all right? All right, I'll see you guys later. I shout out none of you. Right, no stream this Sunday, but next stream there will be a Sunday stream. Because I'll be finishing up hopefully pretty soon Outer Wilds and then playing Dragon's Dogma or whatever. So Sunday streams will continue. Not this one because it's Christmas, but next week. So if there's no One Piece one on Friday, I'll be there on Sunday. So all right, if you want to come by, have a blessed one with us on Sunday, the Lord's Day. All right, see you guys in a while. It's been real. Merry Nikamas to all of you. Peace out. Goodbye.